Transport Phenomena Lab. As we all know that transport phenomena subject basically consisting of three parts. One is fluid, other one is heat transfer, next one is mass transfer. So today we will perform experiments in the Transport Phenomena Lab which is related to the fluid part. So our first experiment will be the verification of Bernoulli's theorem. So the statement of the Bernoulli's theorem, if you see, it states that in a steady ideal flow of an incompressible fluid, the total energy at any point of the fluid is constant. So that is what we have to prove. Okay. So if you see the Bernoulli's equation, the equation consisting of P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus z, that is equal to constant. Okay. So what is P by rho g? P by rho g is nothing but the pressure head or pressure energy, we can say. V square by 2g is nothing but the kinetic head, or it's also called as kinetic energy, and z is equal to potential head. So we have to prove that all these energies are constant at every point. So that is what we have to prove in this Bernoulli's theorem. So for that, first we have to conduct this experiment of this Bernoulli's theorem. So we will move to the experiment part. Just now we have seen the Bernoulli's theorem equation. So now we came to the experimental setup. So before we start the experiment, we will first discuss about the parts of the apparatus. So this is the Bernoulli's theorem apparatus. It consisting of the inlet tube. This is called the inlet tube, and this is called the outlet tube. Okay. And here you have 11 piezometer tubes. Okay, and this is nothing but the conduit. Okay, now this is called the collecting tank. This is called the collecting tank, and this is called the reservoir. Okay, so actually the procedure, if you see, so we will start the motor, and this reservoir already consisting of completely water is already collected in this reservoir. Okay. Now once we on this motor, the water which is present in this reservoir will pumps the water, and it will enter into this inlet tube through this pipe. Okay. And it will flow through this conduit, and it comes out through this outlet chamber, and it will collect through this pipe. It will collect into this collecting tank. Okay. So our valve through which we can control the water flow. Okay. Now we will discuss about the calculation table.
Sure. Now, if you see, this is the calculation chart. Now, in this, it is showing the first column. If you see, it is the distance from inlet section. Okay, and also it is mentioned that area of cross section of a conduit and velocity of the flow, and here it is mentioned the kinetic head value, and this is the value of potential head plus datum head, and if you combine these two, that will give the entire the equation. And if you see this here, you have a total 11 points are there. These 11 points are related to all these 11 piezometer tubes. Okay, now if you see here, the first reading, that is distance from the inlet section, that is 7.5 centimeters. So this 7.5 centimeters, whatever it is showing, that is nothing but this distance. Okay, so this distance is nothing but 7.5 centimeters. Okay, and the area of the cross section of conduit, that is 14.67. so this value represents the area of this first pipe. Okay, this area, that is nothing but the 14.67. okay, similarly if you see the second tube, that is 15 centimeters. The distance, it is mentioned 15 centimeters. Now this distance is nothing but this distance, means from this inlet tank to this pipe. So this entire distance is now 15 centimeters. Similarly, the area of that particular pipe, okay, that particular pipe point, tube number, if you, that is 13.33. That is nothing but this area. Okay, so if you observe this thing, Okay, this entire readings, whatever it is mentioned, okay, so that is the last reading, it is showing 82.5, means that is the total length of this entire conduit. Okay, so this is from this end to this end it is 7.5, and from this end to this point is 15, and from this end to this end is 22.5. Like that, if you see, the entire conduit length is of 82.5 centimeters. That is what it is mentioned. Okay, and here also at every tube number, what is the area of that tube? Okay, that is mentioned here. Okay, just like I have mentioned just now, for this is the 14.67 centimeter square, that is the area at this point, tube, and at this tube it is 13.33. As if you see the dimensions of this conduit, okay, if you are traveling from left side towards right, okay, the conduit the dimensions are decreasing. Okay, so that's why, okay, the area is also, it is showing it is decreasing. Okay, so that is these values, that is how we got these values. In the third column, if you see, that is all about the velocity of flow. That is nothing but V is equal to Q by A. Okay, so Q is nothing but the discharge, A is the area of the tube. So to find out this discharge value, okay, so we have another formula, that is equal to Q is equal to A into H by T. A is nothing but this area of this tank, okay, which is mentioned 40 into 40. Okay, and the height how we will get it is, H we will get it from the difference of this height, the levels, okay, the levels of the water inside this tank. Okay, so that will give the H value, and T value, we will allow this water to flow into this tank for 20 seconds. Okay, so that will give your T value. Discharge value, Q value, you will get it, and this Q value we will use it here. Okay, so velocity is equal to this Q by A. A is the area we will get it from here. Okay, so if you substitute these values, we will get the velocity. Now once you get the velocity value, now we can find it out, V square by 2G. Okay, so V square by 2G is nothing but your kinetic head. Okay, so we will get the V square by 2G value, and here this one is P by rho G plus Z, that is nothing but your potential head plus your datum head. Okay, so this value we will get it from these piezometer tubes. Okay, so you got your kinetic head and you got the potential head. So if you add these two, we will get this value. Okay, so in our experiment, to prove the Bernoulli's theorem statement, that is the energy at every point of all these 11 tubes, okay, the total energy head at every point should be constant. Means for that we have to find it out, just like whatever we have calculated now, the total energy at this point. Similarly, we have to find it for all these 11 points. Means 11 points represents this 11 tubes. Okay, if you find it for all these 11 points, and we have to see that the values, all whatever we are getting, that should be constant, that should be same. Then we can tell that the Bernoulli's theorem has proved. Whatever we have discussed till now, the calculation part. Okay, now we will perform one reading, and we will calculate that calculation of this total head. Now the water flow is started in this conducts. In this conduct, the water flow is already started. It is flowing. Okay, you can see it is already entered into this piezometer tubes. Okay, you can see there are different levels are there in this piezometric tubes. Okay, so this is due to because of this variation in this dimension, and through this outlet tank, the water is flowing into this reservoir. Now, first we have to calculate So first we will calculate this discharge value, that is Q is equal to A into H by T. Now first we will find out the discharge, that is Q is equal to A into H by T. So to find out this H value, the H value is nothing but H2 minus H1. So this H1 is nothing but the initial height, okay, that is 3.8 centimeters, which we have seen from this tube. Initially now it is 3.8 centimeter it is showing, okay, so that is the H1 height. Okay, now H2 height, whatever it is showing now, this we will get it once we hold it the water flow for 20 seconds. Okay, now we will we will allow this water to enter into this tank for 20 seconds. Okay. Now we have filled this tank for 20 seconds. Now let us see what is the height of this water in this tank. Now if you see here, so this is the height which is showing 19 centimeters. So 19 centimeters it is showing. Now we will write here 19 centimeters, that is the final height. So now we will calculate the H value, that is 19 minus 3.8 centimeters. So total H value is now this value is 15.2 centimeters. Okay, now we got the H value. We know what is A, so now we know what is T. Okay, now we will find out what is Q. So Q is equal to A. Area is 40 into 40, that is the tank dimensions, into your H, that is 15.2, and the time is 20. Now the value is 1216, it is centimeter square per second. Now we found out the value of Q. Sorry, it is a centimeter cube per second actually. That is the discharge, which we got it now. Now we have to find out the velocity. Now once we got the discharge value, Q value, now we will find out the velocity of the flow at tube number 1. Okay, this is the formula, V is equal to Q by A, velocity, to find out the velocity. Now the Q we got it from here, that is 1216, and area, this is nothing but the area of the tube 1. Area of the tube 1 is 14.67. Okay, so now we have to find out what is the velocity at tube 1. So that is 1216 divided by your area is 14.67, as we have already discussed that the area at point 1 means that we have 11 tubes. The first tube area is 14.67. So now we will find out the velocity at the tube 1, that is 82.89 centimeter per second. So this is the velocity. Once we find out the velocity, now we can easily find out what is the kinetic head. Okay, that is nothing but v square by 2g. Okay.
So here we found out the velocity, that is 82.89 centimeters per second. Now we will find out the kinetic energy, that is this v square by 2g. So here we already got the v value. So by keeping this value in this kinetic energy v square by 2g formula, so here v is 82.89 whole square by 2 into g is 981. Here we are considering because in previous the readings whatever we have done, we have taken all in centimeters. So in if you consider the g value in centimeters, it will be instead of 9.81 it will be 981. Okay, so by considering this all the three values, we found out the kinetic energy, that is 3.50 centimeters, which we call it as the kinetic head, that is your v square by 2g value. Now we have to find out the potential head as well as the datum head. So this P by rho g plus z value we get it from the experiment, that is 21.5 centimeters.
Now if you see, the value is around 21.5, nothing but P by rho g plus z value.
Now, according to Bernoulli's equation, so the total equation is that is P by rho g plus v square by 2g plus z is equal to constant, right? So we have to now add these two values, that is v square by 2g value as well as the this potential head plus datum head value. So if you add these two, that is 3.50 plus 21.5, that will be 25 centimeters. So this is the total head which we got for first physiometric tube. Similarly, we have to calculate for all the rest of the physiometric tubes, and according to Bernoulli's theorem, the statement what it is saying is the total energy at every point it remains constant. So the rest of the tubes, the rest 10 tubes, because we have 11 tubes in the experiment, so the rest 10 tubes also will be showing the same value of 25 centimeters. The total energy and the total head will be showing same 25 centimeters. We have to repeat this experiment for the next 10 times so that we will get the rest of the values.